Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your side quest contact. We are now on part 8 of Let's Make an Adventure. Last lesson, the last episode we were talking about our contact allies, and we had started working on the third of these. We have a ranger, bugbear ranger, who has seen our main antagonist in action. We have our Hadozi warlock, who is entangled with a conflict from another warlock who's been cursed and now is a deathlock wight, and our players will get wrapped up in that. And we left off working on our GIF sorcerer, who's a folk hero. Now we decided to go with sorcerer, and we went with the divine soul, sparked by the ancient dead dormant gift gods floating about the astral. We talked about the GIF backgrounds, the GIF history, and that kind of works out nicely. We determined that this is a folk hero, right? And this is why. Train the peasantry to use farm implements as weapons against a tyrant soldiers. So we're going to have to figure out who this tyrant is, who these soldiers are, because that's also going to, add more stuff for the players to do. Now, before we do that, I want to go to my NPC tables and just the two that I use, bond and flaw or secret. So and that's not to say you can't use these other ones, but I've already kind of thought them through. So yeah, bond and secret's good enough for me. So what's that, a D10? All right, so I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so D10, 6. What's a 6? Drawn to a special place. That works nicely for a GIF, right? Maybe there's something somewhere in this region this GIF goes to that reminds this GIF of the past, the history. We'll figure that out. But I like this, drawn to a special place. So let's go put that in our notes. GIF, GIF, GIF. Bond, drawn to a special place, and we'll have to figure this place out. And it also could tie in with our tyrant here, our invading tyrant that the GIF helped defend against. All right, so what's the secret? Flaw or secret? D12. 10. Excuse me. Ooh, secret crime or misdeed. Yeah. And we're going to put that in there. We're going to figure that out. Always like that. Secret crime or misdeed. Say flaw slash secret. Secret crime or misdeed. And this helps us also to kind of highlight the point as far as alignment goes. Like I've never really thought that an evil person sees themselves as evil. They see themselves as doing the things that they need to do to get it done, and the rest of us see that as evil because it steps on rights, it hurts people, that sort of thing. But I never really thought like evil people are like, ha ha ha, I'm so evil, and but they're just more like, I need to do what I need to do, and to hell with everyone else. And the good people not always so good. Good people can do bad things. Evil people can do good things. Good people can do bad things. And the good people tend to want to keep those bad things under wraps. And we can tie this into our story. Special place. We get a secret crime. We got protection against tyrant soldiers. Okay, so let's think this through here now. Now I wanna get into this tyrant soldiers a little bit. So let's think about this. We have level 1 contacts for level 1 characters. So at this stage, let's go see. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go to my counter builder. Okay, let me clear some of this out. And we're going to assume 4 level 1 characters. think we looked at previously how 4 is deadly. 3 would be deadly. 2 is deadly. 1 is medium. Okay, let's go with 1. And I'm just seeing, I'm looking for ideas of what this tyrant could be. Oh, there's a lot of ones. Yeah, lots of ones. Okay, so we're gonna make this a little easier because there's lots and lots of ones, and we're not gonna, spend time looking through each one. So I'm gonna roll by monster type, and if it doesn't fit, I'm gonna roll again. All right, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, dragon? Hmm. Okay, so what is a CR1 dragon? Brass dragon, wormling, copper dragon, deep dragon from Fizzbands, fairy dragon, cobalt dragon shield. They're technically a dragon? Hmm. All right, what's deep dragon like? Let's take a look. Deep dragons. Making their lairs in the depths of the Underdark, deep dragons are nightmares, cousins of chromatic dragons. Warp magical energy in the subterranean realm gives them the ability to exhale magical spores that instills fear and scar the mind. Okay, so that's their breath weapon, spores. Right? Is that what it says? Nightmare breath. Yeah, cloud of spores. Psychic damage, frightened. Okay, deep dragons have someone hoard secrets. Creating a deep dragon. Personality traits. Deep dragon ideals. Adventures. And they are typically neutral evil. Typically neutral evil. Alright, well, we got typical dragon stuff, right? Damage resistance, poison psychic, condition immunities, bites, nightmare breath. Picture looks kind of silly, I think. Intelligence, just average intelligence, little above average wisdom. I don't know. It's not really hitting me. It's not really going, yeah, this is it. Like sometimes when you roll an idea, like on a table or something, and you're like, oh yeah, that's perfect. And this is not one of those times. Yeah. I mean, it comes from Fizzband, so they do have a lot of good stuff. Fizzband does have a lot of good stuff about dragon-based adventures, but nah, I'm not feeling it. All right, let's go look at another one. 13. Clear that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A plant. This is likely to make even less sense, but we'll look. I don't see plants as being tyrants. Okay, yeah, nah. Alright, we're going to do one more roll, and if this doesn't pan out anything that makes sense, we're just going to design an NPC to be this tyrant. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monstrosity, yeah, likely. Harpy. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna bypass a monster based and just kind of make a character out of this. All right, so let's go back and look. Okay, so I'm gonna put here the tyrant. And yeah, let's do the same thing we did designing these other characters. We'll just kind of determine some stuff randomly, see if it makes sense, and then use that to kind of tie this together. Let's start with our race. And we did that with d6 times d8. So 2 times 16, 8 is 16. So we go back to here. A furbolg, the type of giant. I don't know, let's go look. Let's go sources and Mordenkainen's and furbolg. Alexa, stop. Yeah, sorry about that. Distinct cousins of giants. Okay. First furbolgs wander the primeval forests of the multiverse, and the magic of those forests entwine itself with the furbolg's souls. Centuries later, that magic still thrums inside the furbolg, even one who has never lived under the boughs of a great forest. A furbolg's magic is an obscuring sort, which allowing their ancestors to pass through a forest without disturbing it. So deep is the connection between a furbolg and the wild spaces of the world that they can communicate with flora and fauna. Live up to about 500 years. Okay, so what do they got? Humanoids, they're mediums, speed of 30, furbolg magic, tech magic, disguise self at. Okay. You gotta do it, you gotta cast it, and then you gotta do a long rest, not at will. Hidden step. Bonus action, you can magically turn invisible until the start of your next turn or until you attack, make a damage roll, or force someone to make a saving throw. You can use this trait on any number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay, that's cool. Count one size larger when determining how much you carry. Speech of beast and leaf. Communicate in limited manner with beasts, plants, vegetation. You can understand the meaning of words, okay? Alright, so this is like the player character option. Let's go look at the monster for Furbolg. Is that going to be in Giants or J or G or F for Furbolg? Probably Giants, okay. Yeah. Cloud, fire, frost, hailstone. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Let's go back and look. Alright, well, let's do a search. Furbolg. Okay, Monsters of the Multiverse. That's where he's at. That's where they're at. Oh, this is the no, this is the character race. Interesting. Races, compendium, races. Boldo's Guide to Monsters. Okay. Okay, Furbolg. Here we go. Any alignment. Well, that's a Furbolg Druid. Furbolg Wanderer. Any alignment. Furbolg. Any alignment. What is that? Fire Gaunt? Undead Giant, maybe? Okay, so yeah, Furbolg will work because they're not typically good, they're not typically evil, so they can work out either way. They're nature based. So, okay, I just thought of something. Let me go back to my notes. Okay, Okay, so we have a Furbolg. That's the race of the race of it. Now let's look at the backgrounds. What was that? 27. Okay. So D4, ignore 3, ignore 4. That's a 1. And D10, ignore 10. 1 times, that's a 10. Let's roll again. What are the odds? Try again. 5. Okay, 1 times 5. So what do we got? We already got a celebrity adventurer scion. Let's try again. Right, we're going to ignore the 4. Okay. Alright, 3 times, ignoring the 9. 3 times 2, 6. Charlatan. Okay. Things are starting to fit here. Things are starting to fit. Alright, so we have a charlatan. Where's he at? Alright. A Furbolg who background with a charlatan. Alright, so what I'm thinking is that this secret crime, this secret misdeed that our folk hero gift person wants to keep under wraps might be related to this natural region where our full Furbolg lives. Maybe he's drawn to that area, the same place the Furbolg lives, because the Furbolgs they like magical forests and such. So since we have a Gif who has a bond that's drawn to an area, he's drawn to this place. He or she's drawn to this place. And something happened. He did something. He or she did something, and wants to keep it under wraps. And because of that, perhaps it's the Furbolg who's that's why the Furbolg are attacking, because it's the Gif who provoked them. Oh, this is good because he wants to keep his folk hero status, right? So he wants to keep his folk hero status, so he doesn't want it to get out that he's the reason these Furbolg are attacking. Like they attacked, he stepped up, he defended them, and like they are like, oh, we love you because you're so awesome, and he's like, no, actually, I'm the reason they attacked in the first place, but we're not going to mention that, and I hope no one else finds that out, but our players might find that out. Okay, so yeah, we got some good stuff here. I'm gonna kind of fill in some notes. Okay, let's see. So our GIF attracted to same natural region where the tyrant Furbolg lives. Committed some crime, some or misdeed. Provoked attack from the Furbolg. Defended the town from the Furbolg. Wants to keep it secret that he's the reason behind the attack. Or she, whichever we decide to go with. At this stage, we don't really need to decide genders. We're just kind of putting stuff together, and then we'll fill in those blanks as we're kind of kind of laying our final layer on things. Wants to keep secret that he's the reason the Furbolg attacked in the first place. Players could discover that secret. Maybe they make peace with the Furbolg and use that alliance against the Were Tiger. its minions. Okay, so so far this is kind of my favorite one here. Um, all right, the last thing I want to do is I want to determine what class. So this tyrant, we're going to make this tyrant level 2 something. So it's a level 2 Furbolg, former charlatan. And charlatans, I really think probably the best thing for a charlatan, like obviously a rogue, maybe that's the obvious choice. Okay, bard, cleric. I would go with cleric as a charlatan. And we have someone who leads, so we could have also fighter. First, let me see what we have already. So kind of make it, we can diverse it up some. We got a wizard who's our lieutenant, a ranger, a warlock, and a sorcerer. So we're not going to have those. So what's tyranty? Furbolgy, tyranty, charlatany. Okay, get bard, cleric, fighter, paladin, rogue. Alright, so one of those. Alright, so let's do a, we're just going to ignore a 6. 3. Alright, so what do we go? Bard, cleric, fighter. Okay, so we got a fighter. And that makes sense. Okay, so this is good. Now, let me just take another quick look through here. Yeah, we got a lot of good points here for our third contact. We got some good points for our second contact, some good story points for our second contact, and for the first. I think we might be at a point where our contacts are good enough to move on to the next phase. I think so. So we got these 3 contacts. Okay, good. Now we're going to be wrapping up here in just a minute. Now the next thing we're going to talk about in our next episode is our false ally. Now this is a quote unquote contact, friend, person that the players can go to, but at some point this character will betray the characters in some form or fashion. And then we'll determine the nature of that betrayal as we determine the nature of the character itself. It's going to be a level 2 character, so a little bit higher, one step higher than the PCs, the player characters, but still nothing unmanageable. And we'll determine that next time. So yeah, we got some good spot. We got a good spot to end here. We got an antagonist, we got a lieutenant, and we have for the antagonist, and we have 3 contacts that the players can go to get wrapped up in side quests to get some information. This will be good. All right, my friends. Well, we'll wrap it up there. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care.